Hey, happy day. Once upon a time, I was locked in my car for several hours with all the windows down, and it was winter time, and you know what? It was not pleasant. Hey, just saying. In Canada, I got a good friend of mine. His name is Tony Bernardo. He's the boss of the CSSA, Canadian Shooting Sports Association. He wrote in a magazine here recently some profound things that I got to share with you because he's right on the money. Here's what he says, and this is what I've been saying also, but he says it so well. Hey, Tony, here it comes. Billions of taxpayer dollars. The Prime Minister of Canada, that's me talking, wants to use to buy guns back from legal people. How dumb is that? I get it. This is a self-confessed racist, right? This man, Prime Minister, he hates us. He hates right-wing people. He hates gun people. He hates straight people. The guy's got some serious issues. Tony goes on to say the Liberal government wants to get the guns away from many millions of Canadians, law-abiding Canadians, while it refuses to lift a finger to take illegal guns away from violent criminal offenders. And we can't afford a Prime Minister who believes the solution to gang violence is to ignore the drug dealers and gang members, putting our children in harm's way. Tony goes on to say, we need a Prime Minister who will uphold the law, not break it. Twice. That's only what we know about Tony. He's only been caught twice. Probably he's done a lot more than that. It's kind of like speeding. If you get 2 speeding tickets in your whole life, did you only speed 2 times? Probably not. You probably did more than that, and the police were on vacation that day. Okay, we need a Prime Minister who will tell the truth, not use every parliamentary trick possible to stop the truth from coming out. We need a Prime Minister who will work for ordinary Canadians, not draft special legislation to help corporations and criminal convictions. We need a Prime Minister who will spend taxpayer dollars wisely, not give $12 million to Loblaws, one of the most profitable companies in Canada, and on and on. And also, let me add to that, Tony, he gives billions of dollars to other countries all of the time, and he probably shouldn't do that. He should leave us alone. There's a long list here, but not to take any more time with it. Tony, good work. The Prime Minister, wow, he's all hat, no cattle, just a total waste of energy and time. Now, you know what? He went on recently, the Prime Minister, to say, I'm going to appoint Anne McClellan out of Edmonton to help us with energy and environment and so on, because she knows oil sands. If she knows oil sands, then I'm from Mars. I'll bark like a fox if she knows anything about oil sands. Dumb as a stick. And I say all of that because she's just a liberal. She's a liberal lawyer. What does she know about oil sands? It's been her career to stop the oil sands. She's from Alberta. Don't have money coming from Alberta, but yet give all the money you can to Quebec and Ontario. Just another liberal stupid thing. Trump. Let's talk about him. Earlier, was it today? No, it was yesterday, maybe the day before. I talked about the impeachment, how dumb that all is. Let's talk about Trump. He's a lucky guy in a lot of ways, right? He's just lucky. He was lucky to win the nomination. He was lucky to win the election. He was lucky to find 7 million jobs that nobody else could find. He was lucky to find what all economists had missed about the economy and the GDP. He was lucky to achieve energy independence. He was lucky of defeating ISIS. He was lucky to make America great again. He was lucky to find almost 200 conservative judges. Dumb luck. Okay? Now, that's luck. He must really work at getting that luck, right? And then you have Clinton and all these other presidents that arrive in the White House poor, and they leave multi-millionaires. Then you have Trump. He came as a billionaire. He might leave only as a millionaire because he's a patriot and he cares, and everybody's giving him a hard time. Blah, that's bad. Lastly, I'll be quiet in a minute, and then you can get up and relax. Get that hyper stuff happening. Here it comes. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Oh, here's what she said about President Trump. He said, you are worse than Richard Nixon. You make what Nixon did look small. Watergate scandal, it was a break-in. It was a break-in. Crooks, thieves broke into a place and stole stuff, right? And she's saying, Trump, what you did with regard to the Ukraine, talking to the president on the telephone, was worse than that. What the president did was so much worse than even what Richard Nixon did. This woman is so misguided, she needs some real serious help above the neck. Dumb as a stick. Wow, that's spooky that somebody can even talk like that and get press and get attention. CNN and the New York Times, the Washington Post, they talk about what she just said as if there's something to it. There is actually. There is. She needs a padded room. Hey, y'all, come back tomorrow. And I'm going to have more for you from the right. See ya.